Okay, hi there. So today I'm going to walk through how I would create a sample scenario in YoScenario. And this example focuses on a youth who's trying to avoid situations that might violate parole. I'll show how to build the scenario step by step, including the prompt, the characters, the scene setup, and the choices being made and the media. So, this scenario does really matter because it helps youth practice making safe decisions before they face these decisions in real life. So, the goal is to really help them recognize risky environments and think through peer pressure and understand the decisions that they're making. So, in order to create my background setting of the liquor store, I went ahead and went to image, I went to Unsplash, and then I just searched up like a liquor store just to have like that environment feel of like teenagers hanging out after school or something. I just selected this image down here. And then I created my text through going to text. And then I created the bold background so it was just more visible by going down to color when I went to text. And I just edited to that white background. And then I created my three characters of Marcus, who is the influence on Jay, who is my second character, and the character under parole or on parole. And then Miss Alvarez is the probation officer. I actually created these three characters by AI generating them. So I went to ChatGPT and said, can you create a transparent image of two teen boys? And so that's how I got these two. And then the same thing with Miss Alvarez, but just as a probation officer. So then when ChatGPT generated those images, I saved them. I went to image, and then that's where I just uploaded the images right here. And then this is where the scene right from the start becomes interactive because I incorporated the ability for learners to click on let's go to the next scenario, and automatically it brings learners to the next screen, which is now our decision-making screen. So how I did that was I went down to, I added a text again with our text. And then I clicked on the text that I added and went to add choice down here. And then that's where I created like the title of the next scene. Let's say make a choice. And then once I did that, that's how you can automatically click onto the next screen. So now this is our interactive portion again, where learners can make a decision for Jay and what he wants to do. So Marcus is saying there's a party tonight, no one's going to care if you show up. So learners can choose either go to the party, stay home, or ask who's going. So again, I just inserted my background image with the image and splash, and then the characters the same way, going to image upload. And then I created these little shapes by going to shape right here, and then I just selected the best fitting shape. I thought the text bubble was good because Marcus is speaking to Jay. And then the same thing with the text and the add choice. So learners can be interactive with the decision-making process for Jay. So say if a learner were to choose go to the party, it would automatically take us to the next step. And then here we have the consequences of the decision in the upper right corner. I also incorporated audio just so learners can get a feel for what it would be like to be in that party scene. Since we're in edit mode, it's not going to appear automatically, but if we were to be in preview, learners would be able to hear that audio. And so how I did that was I went to audio and then record audio. And then it does just automatically record your voice or whatever audio you have playing. So that's how I incorporated that. And then the same for the next decisions. The learner, if they chose stay home, the consequence of the decision is in the upper right corner. So that decision-making process would lead into avoiding the risky environment, reinforces a parole safe choice. And then the audio that I included was more of like a calm type of just relaxing audio, staying home. And then lastly, with deciding if Jay were to ask who's going, the consequences are in the upper right corner. It would show hesitation, yet still being exposed to risk.